sketchbook has a ton of blank pages, and what better chance to fill them than during Artfight? So I have been wanting to do traditional attacks for quite some time, and even though I haven't started off the season with traditional attacks, I did start by thumbnailing most of the attacks that you can see up here with traditional art. I have finally gotten around to starting the actual traditional attacks though, so I am going to show you my process for what I've been doing so far, and I'm going to talk about how fun it has been to let loose with traditional art because I want to show you how silly some of my drawings are. And right now I'm going to show you the 3 that I have currently been working on for Artfight. I have more that I am planning on doing. Do not even worry, I so want to get to more traditional attacks, but for now let's look at these guys. So personally, I haven't done traditional art as far as drawing OCs and anime type of characters. I haven't done traditional art in my personal art style for quite some time. I have been in life drawing and other stuff like that, but I was a little rusty going into these, and I really enjoyed working on them because I felt all that super fun creative energy coming back. I got to work a lot on my sketchbook paper, but also I got to use a little bit of marker paper because I got to try out some super duper fun alcohol markers from Arrtx, which I will talk about a little bit more later. With the first drawing, I was warming up here and I chose Fluffy the Sheep's character because Fluffy the Sheep, Fluffy, shout out to you. You have been hanging around this channel since literally forever, and I wanted to show my appreciation for that. I see you all the time in comment sections, streams, Discord, etc, whatever, and I really wanted to draw your character because her design is so super cute. That's what we started with. For this drawing, I do also think that I did have a couple times where when my markers bled, instead of getting upset that they were bleeding, I was super excited because that meant for the next attack that I got to do collage. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So with this one, I really loved getting back into the feeling of physically rendering. I did not do mixed media for this piece as far as multiple materials with the markers, but I did remember that sometimes it is okay to outline and do details with acrylic markers or pens rather than doing the whole thing with alcohol markers. And then what I did with this attack is after I finished it on paper, I put it in Procreate and I added a couple little fun like collage elements, did a color grading, and I sent it off to art. This next attack, I freaking love this character. She is so cute. I was super excited to try this one out. I did see a composition like this on Pinterest and I have been wanting to do it, and I also have a drawer of collage materials, if you will, aka a overglorified junk drawer. So with this drawer, I took out a bunch of fun stuff that I could use for potentials for the background, the foreground, the little details, whatnot. And then I got to rendering. This one I did draw on marker paper instead of in my sketchbook because I figured that would cover up a good amount of the bleeding, and it did indeed cover up a good amount of the bleeding. I'm happy. And I got a bit more into the blending aspect with this one. So normally when I draw in my traditional style, I like to blend the alcohol and acrylic markers together. So for this guy, I did do the whole base in alcohol, and then I did some of the blending and some of the skin coloring in acrylic, and then I went back and did more details in alcohol markers, and I think that it turned out super nice. I want to do more of these like headshot ones. I think they're super duper cute, and if you have a character who you want to be featured in potentially an attack style like this, it is not too late to put your art fight in the comment of this video, especially if you feel like you or someone you are promoting is an underrated artist. Yes, send your art fights. I cannot guarantee I can get to everyone, of course, but I do want to try out a few more of these styles, and I want to make sure that I'm doing it with people who would enjoy a more traditional attack like this. So let me know in the comments if you've got a character like that you would like to see. Yippee! And then before we get into the last one, I do want to take a little break to talk about the Arrtx markers that I have been using in this video. So Arrtx was so kind. I'm so grateful, and they sent me this pack of their alcohol markers. Now there is a lot that is in this pack, and it focuses primarily on vibrant colors and pastel colors. I thought the coolest thing ever when I got this, I got the box and then I realized, because they told me and everything, I was like, wait, dude, this box is also a like marker stand. What the heck? So now I just have it on my desk and it is super duper convenient. I can just kind of like reach in there, grab the markers whenever I need. So I absolutely love that. With the product itself, when I was using it for all of these drawings, I had no issues at all with the markers adapting. They have really nice bristles. Like the nib is super stiff, but it also is like flexible. So it's really good for my art style personally, and I think that it is really satisfying to work with. You gotta feel it in person to know how satisfying it is. I must say. I just quite enjoy it. I'm not really a chisel tip person, but I did try the chisel and I did like it. But mostly the brush nib is what I was looking for and what I am obsessed with these markers. Another nice thing that I noticed about these markers was that they blended really, really nicely when I was drawing, and I got to get some pretty cool effects with the colors that I didn't think that I would have achieved originally. And then they did not send me the acrylic ones. Those are just ones that I happened to buy from them like a couple months ago. They work really, really well with the alcohol markers, so I did just want to mention that as a little extra like throw in there because it is super nice. As far as it goes for drawing, I think that the main thing that I have with these that I personally would like to see improvements with are the matching of the colors to the cap. Other than that, I have had a wonderful experience working with Arrtx and these awesome markers. So now really quick for my thoughts on this final drawing here. I have had this character in my bookmarks for the longest time. I thought that they were so adorable, and I really love bugs. I really love bugs, so I thought that I would draw their character and then also draw their character's like bug tail as its own little critter. I don't know, I thought that was just such a cute idea. I love this OC so much. So I was super duper excited when I got to both make two little simple creatures and also do a more fun layout for this attack, since I did two different headshots. Normally when I'm doing my attacks on Artfight, I tend to just stick to one version of the character, whether it's a full body or a headshot, so being able to have both was pretty fun for me to test out. And I got a couple extra points, which never goes unappreciated for my battle ratio. But yes, these OCs were so freaking adorable. I'm really excited to do more in the style of the second attack, potentially. Please let me know. My junk drawer is overflowing. I had a very fun time doing these traditional attacks so far. Again, if you have a character that you maybe would like to see, all you gotta do is comment you or your friend's Artfight username and which character you would like to see in that style. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Thank you so much to Arrtx. Thank you so much, Arrtx, for these wonderful marker sets. I had a great time working with you guys, and I hope to see all of you next Sunday in my next video, or a little bit sooner in my streams if you like to join my streams. With that, I will see y'all later. Goodbye.